Rangers' summer rebuild shows no sign of slowing, with the Ibrox side now pushing forward in pursuit of another high-profile addition. Reports suggest the club are making significant strides towards an £8 million move that could mark one of their most notable signings of the window. With talks progressing, this latest development signals a clear statement of intent from the Glasgow Giants. With the new season now underway, time is ticking for Russell Martin to complete his rebuild. So who could be through the doors of Ibrox next? And what are the details? Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Russell Martin has insisted Kieran Tierney is really valued by Rangers after the midfielder was targeted by the Ibrox crowd during the draw with Dundee. Tierney started the Premiership fixture on the bench as Martin stuck with the same side that beat Victoria Plazen on Tuesday night, but he was called on in the second half as Martin's side tried to find a route back into the match after falling behind just minutes after the break. The decision was greeted with a chorus of boos by the home support as Martin found himself in the firing line. The head coach insisted the reaction was unfair though, as he talked up the Englishman's contribution. "That surprised me," Martin said. "I'm not on any social media or anything like that, so I don't really know what the narrative is around Kieran. So I don't think it helps him, I don't think it helps the rest of the guys. So that's how I feel about it really. I'm disappointed for Kieran because what we've seen at the training ground, and when I speak to everyone there, he's really valued as a person and a character, and he's played out a position for us for 3 games. And today he actually played a bit more in his position and played forward. I thought he was good with the ball, he ran really hard for the team. He's a really good footballer. So, I don't know what's gone on before, so we're just judging everyone off a clean slate. It's really difficult for supporters to do that, which I understand, but we bought him on because at that point we think he can help the team. And by the way, he tries really every day, trains like an absolute beast, which I don't think some people have come to this club and been bought for a lot of money, and I don't think they have done that. So I don't think when I look at it, if I was a football fan, what do I want from a player that comes on, and when they train every day as someone who actually really helps his teammates and runs for them. And as I said, he's done a good job for us. Tierney has become a lightning rod for supporters this season after starting in the matches with Panathinaikos and Motherwell. All 3 of those outings came in a role on the right side of the Rangers forward line. He was utilised in the middle of the park against Dundee as Nicholas Raskin was also introduced. And Martin had no complaints about his contribution as a late James Tavernier penalty salvaged the undeserved point. So it's probably unfair on him if he's being judged from this season, playing him right wing. He's not that, Martin added. But he did a good job for us because we trust him to do a certain level of intelligence out of possession, and he'll want to help his team. But today, with 11 men, if he came on in his position, he didn't spend very long there because we went down to 10. But he took the ball, especially with that reaction. That takes some character and personality, what we were just talking about there. And when he plays his actual position in this style of football, he can look really good. So all I would ask for is, after the game, you can express whatever you want. You're the supporters, you're the most important people. And I hope Kieran gets a chance to show what he can do because, as I said, from what we've seen in training, he can help the team. Now, in a huge £8 million deal, Russell Martin has already dipped into the Owls ranks once, bringing in JD Gassama, a move that's paid off immediately. The lively winger wasted no time making his mark, finding the net in both legs of Rangers' Champions League showdown with Panathinaikos. Now, the Ibrox club are lining up a second raid. Reports claim Wednesday are preparing to cash in on highly rated goalkeeper Charles in a deal worth around £8 million. It's a move that comes against a backdrop of financial crisis in South Yorkshire, where unpaid players, looming EFL sanctions, and the departure of the manager have left the situation looking increasingly bleak. While Rangers have impressed on the European stage, their domestic campaign hasn't started as smoothly. Back-to-back 1-1 draws in the Scottish Premiership, the latest against Dundee, have slowed early momentum. Martin knows fresh signings could be crucial if Rangers are to mount a serious challenge to Celtic over the course of the season. Charles, a 20-year-old product of Manchester City's academy, is attracting interest beyond Glasgow. Championship sides Leicester City and Southampton are also in the frame, but Wednesday's valuation remains steep despite their precarious finances. The young shot stopper broke into the Owls' starting 11 at the tail end of last season, earning the #1 shirt after making 8 league appearances. Many see this year as the campaign where he truly establishes himself. For Rangers, the appeal is clear. Jack Butland has been in exceptional form, producing standout performances in Europe that have cemented his status as the club's first choice for the foreseeable future. Yet in Charles, Martin could secure a ready-made successor, one with years ahead to develop into a top-class keeper. At £8 million, the price may raise eyebrows, but for a goalkeeper with Charles's pedigree and potential, the investment could pay dividends for years to come. In other news, Oliver Antman didn't need all that much in the way of convincing when moving to Rangers became a possibility, but one conversation helped seal the deal. Antman played with Mohamed Diomande at FC Nordsjælland, and the pair linked up again in midweek on the right during a 3-0 win over Victoria Plzen. The Finnish international was a starter less than 48 hours after making the move from go-ahead Eagles, and contributed early on with an assist for teammate JD Gassama. I talked with Dio a little bit before I came here. I asked him normal stuff, what life is like here. He only has good things about Rangers. He told me it would be a tougher place than in Denmark, but that I would love it, Antman said. He said the pressure will be much higher than in Denmark or Holland, and the environment in general. Antman impressed by winning a penalty and creating a goal at Ibrox on Tuesday, as Russell Martin's side defeated Victoria Plzen 3-0 in the first leg of their third-round Champions League qualifier. With the 23-year-old having trained only once prior to the game, a halftime sit-down with assistant manager Matt Gill helped him make a real impact after the break. He continued, "Before the game, I didn't have many tactical meetings or stuff, just the normal things, nothing so detailed. At half-time, I was told to make deeper runs and stay up the pitch more. The last goal, which I assisted, was exactly what the coaching staff told me they wanted to do. It has been a whirlwind for the winger this past week." On Saturday, RFC News reported that a deal had been agreed between go-ahead Eagles and the Ibrox club. By Tuesday, he was donning blue in a Champions League qualifier. "It has been pretty crazy, to be honest," Antman admitted. "I haven't really had time to, think about everything. Yesterday I had a day off so I could think about what's happened. But also there was stuff to do with apartments and stuff like that. It's been a crazy few days. And pretty much straight away when I came in the building, I had a game to play, so I'm happy that it went well." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.